Good morning, good evening, good day, everybody. It's been a long day. I haven't shaved yet. So what's this video going to be about today? Well, seeing it's Sunday, channels I'm listening to, a lot of them have people requesting financial advice for the future. And what's interesting is what all these financial advisors are telling them. There's two things that keep coming across. One, we have a dysfunctional government, and two, we have a dysfunctional Congress. But yet, the United States of America is there. A strong country that is still as strong as it has ever been. Some will say, oh, you gotta be kidding, look at the economy, look at this. Right, when the government tries to run the economy, it's like everything else they do, dysfunctional. We the people. Look what's happening right now. I gave a warning to banks. I truly believe that they have seen it. Some will say, oh, you're trying to glorify yourself. I said, stop foreclosures. You're nothing more than you're belittling your own assets. You're degrading the property that you own. And they're doing an experiment to find out. So they have announced they're stopping foreclosures. And what did the stocks do? We got unemployment higher. It went up. But instead of the stocks falling this time, they're still climbing. Because foreclosures have stopped. That is the turnaround. It's not the government, Washington, D.C., that makes the United States of America. It's not Congress, that one building with a dome, that makes the United States of America. You take the White House and you take the Congress, and you got what we have today, what is called a dysfunctional system. And then what is it? What is it? It's the people. The people who I swore, as being elected president, I will serve. I know where our power is. I know where our strength is. And I know what makes the United States of America. The United States of America. But you don't find it hanging around in huddles in Washington, D.C. Some people said, what do I have to bring? I do some videos and they say, is that all you got to bring to it? No. 26 years in the military, being stationed up and down the East Coast, being a foster child, living in I don't know how many different families, being a stepson of a sailor, also traveling around the country, and then also, while I was in the Navy, traveling around the world and having friends in every one of those countries. Yes, I have experience. Experience of life, experience of how it is to earn a keep, experience in what people dislike about this country, what they like from overseas. And it's not the American people they dislike. It is the American government. The dysfunctional farce that is completely encircled by Interstate 95 and its contributaries. Or, as they like to call it, the Beltway. A dysfunctional government and a dysfunctional Congress. And that's what we're going to turn around. That's where we're going to make the difference. Because, as president, I will become, from a long time back now, a president of the people, by the people, and for the people. Not a congressman or senator, not a law student, not someone who has riches and money, but of the people. Do I have more to bring than what I announced on YouTube? You better believe it. A lot more. Will I announce it on YouTube? No, I can't do that. Because everything I announced in YouTube in 2008 was copied by somebody else and made TV commercials. And I don't have to prove it. You just have to go to YouTube and look at from June to October of 2008. Check out what I said, what kind of programs, and look at what another candidate said, did TV commercials approximately 2 weeks later. Even his tax program was a copy from mine. If we must have income tax, it must be changed. But we don't need income tax in this country. We don't need a tax system that is based on taking the money before. Matter of fact, I would love to get a federal law passed that nobody but the state and the federal government is allowed to take a single penny out of a paycheck without direct permission for allotments from the individual. No union dues, no this, no garnishee, and none of that stuff. You have to have direct permission. So the individual knows that. And notice I said from the state or federal government. The reason I said is because some people would refuse to pay their bills, and the state can order it to be paid, and then, and only then. And then it won't be called a garnishee. It will be a state payroll reduction for this or for that. You, the American people, must start getting your paycheck. But most of all, what's going to get us out of this depression is first, quit believing the government when it calls it a recession. Start looking at it as a depression, and then you will understand it. The banks must take the first step in turning it around. There's no other way. The banks must completely understand stopping foreclosure, working with the people, not only benefits them, but it also keeps value on their assets. And the people, well, we have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. Pull our bootstraps on and get to work. There will always be people out there who will milk a system. I don't care who they are and what they are. But the bulk of the American people are true and honest. It's up to them to take the next step. If the banks stop foreclosures, the rest will happen. Trust me, because I have confidence and I truly, truly believe in you, the American people. And that you, not bailouts, not $1 million here, not $1 billion there, you are the ones who control our government. Actually, our country. Right now, our government is dysfunctional because there is no control. They are not listening to the actual people who control it. That's why we have a dysfunctional government and a dysfunctional Congress. But right now, for this moment, a Congress that completely comes to a dead standstill is better, much better, than the one we had before the last election of 2010. So, people, we don't have hope to give you. We have the work, the job to do. Prosperity is ours for the taking. And we, the American people, together, you all, and me, and our economy, in which the bankers and everything else is, will do the job and fix it. Because we are the strength. That's why we have a dysfunctional government and a dysfunctional Congress, but yet the United States is strong. It's you out there. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, remember, you are American. You make America. And if you get a chance, please check me out. Understand why I say me as president and you all. Not I will, because I can't do it alone. You all and I will do it. If no other reason, because we have no other choice. It has to be done, it needs to be done, and it will be done. This is JD. Have a nice day.